Kino pavasaris. Kovo 18, balandžio 5 dienomis visoje Lietuvoje. Didysis partneris Ergo draudimo grupė. Informaciniai partneriai TV3, 15 min, žmonės.
Mūsų karta pirmoji supratusi, kaip iš lėto kenkiame gamtai. Ir vienintelė, žinanti, kad dar yra laiko ją išsaugoti. Apsaugokime mūsų visų ateitį. Ergo.
Geriausius kino pavasario filmus parodys žiūrimiausia televizija TV3. Šeštadieniais 22:40.
Festivalis Kino pavasaris jūsų namuose. Visus filmus žiūrėkite Telia televizijoje jums patogiu metu. Telia. Įdomiau tik gyvenimas.
The laws of physics. The laws of life. Laws connect everything. We think that to be legal advisors, we must live under the same philosophy. Adapting to connect and connecting to adapt.
Hi, it's really nice that you find time to speak with the Vilnius Film Festival. And I really wanted to say that all the programmers admired your film. We really, really loved it. It's such a beautiful filmmaking. And so I'm very happy to speak with you. And maybe first of all, you could say how the story of two such different characters as Franz and Hugo started.
The story is a mix of lots of things. And it's very close to my own story, real story, between France and Laos, my native country. I've been living in France for 45 years already, so long time. I was 10 when I moved to France, exactly when the communists took the power in Laos. There was a kind of a revolution, and I escaped from Laos with not all my family. I left with my cousins, and then I became I started my French life, and now I have the project to go back to live in Laos. Definitely. So, you know, the character of Hugo, even if he's a French guy, he's very close to me. Okay. And when I will discover, return to Laos, I will be like a French guy who discovered his native country. And all the jokes about the language I can apply to me when I'm in Laos. All moments of life are moments of comedy because I speak Laos a little bit like I speak English, you know. So everybody is cool with me for that because when I speak Lao, I'm like a child, even if I am 50, I don't know, 54 years old. But my language is the language of a kid. So this is for the French character, Hugo. Mm-hmm. But I can say that all the characters are in some kind of exile in their life. The Chinese, because he's not very happy as a millionaire. He doesn't like his job, and he has no. He's very. How can I say? He has a big melancholy because he's not able to have a love relation with women. So goodbye, Mr. Long, Mr. Wang means no possibility for him to have any kind of relation. Everybody say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Nobody say welcome to Mr. Wang. So this is his exile, and we can take every character and find something like that make the melancholy grows in their story, in their life.
Yeah, but you can see in all of them this big urge, this big need for love and connection. And to tell you the truth, for me, really, I was really impressed by the character of France, of the young Laotian lady. And maybe you could tell a bit about her. And I know that Nini Villivong, she's not professional actress, but she gives such a powerful and subtle presence on screen, and I think her decisions and this need for love is the most subtle and the most beautiful. At least it was for me. Maybe you could talk a bit about France.
France is the most political character of the movie, as a woman, and above all, as a Laotian woman. Lao Republic is managed, we can say that, by men, and I wanted to have, it's my first movie with a female hero, or just a hero,
Mm-hmm.
And I was very interested to write something, a story with a hero, like I look a lot of many movies of karate or Western with cowboys, and and change many things in the way I write the script, because to have a hero, it makes me go in ways of writing that I was not used to do, and how can I say? France make me trying to find another way of imagining a movie. And the France, for me, symbolized what Laos as a country, poor country, is. There is not very much chance of to be free from China, for example, with the domination of the money. the power of money is in the hands of China, and they are dominating all the region, not only Laos, but all the region, and maybe the only possibility to avoid this domination is with a smile, with a lot of glamour, and in the same time, like my character, France, being very strong in her intimate conviction, and some kind of resistance by she never cut the link with Mr. Wang, for example. When he invites her to pass a whole day with him, she's okay, and in the same time she can say all the truth to him. I don't want to marry. Everybody is scared by your action. I'm not interested by your money, etc. So, and maybe in the title, Goodbye, Mr. Wang, it's some kind of political message. Maybe it's a pure phantasm, but I dream of Laos say goodbye, China. In Europe, after the war, maybe during the 1960s, there was written on the walls of Europe. This was written, "US, go home," because Europe was occupied by US Army, and maybe Goodbye, Mr. Wang is something like that. But Laos is a very small country, and Laos cannot declare a war against China. It's not possible.
But anyway, in your film, you kind of show this, like you said yourself, this small and really strong inside resistance against the China's influence. And maybe you could say a bit more why you chose to shot in that specific location in Nam Ngum Lake, and if that's the place changing, or you wanted to capture something which is still has those traditions of Laos, and show that those traditions somehow in danger at the moment. At least for me, it seemed like that was what you were trying to do as well. But maybe just a bit more about the specific location.
Well, the location is so beautiful that it was an evidence to make a movie there. And also because my previous movie, which was Tuk Tuk, it was a very difficult to do this movie because it's a road movie. We were always on the bad roads of Laos, in the dust, and for Mr. Wang, I wanted to offer to my team beautiful landscapes and silence. But in reality, it was more difficult to make a movie there because shooting on a lake, it means you are always on boats. And it was very, very difficult to work because usually we put the cameras and all the stuff on cars and in cars, and everybody know how to do. But with boats, it's just a nightmare all day. And we had to learn to I don't know, drive a boat. I don't know how if it's the same word than for the cars and trucks. And the boat is always moving, changing its orientation. So the light is always changing. My cameraman and chef lumière, light operator, I don't know how to say. He became crazy very fast because and the silence on the lake doesn't exist because all the people who live there and work there use the pirogue, the small boats, how you say, the long boats, and the engine is very, very, very noisy. So we had to, with my team, to really make cinema, to create some kind of peaceful landscape and silent place. But it was interesting to do this way. Maybe if we are in the desert, the silence is there and we have nothing to do to create this silence and this peace. But in the lake, it was really interesting to find a path to the movie we imagined. And the location was much more difficult than we imagined before. But interesting because we make cinema. We were really in cinema. And the reality is more or less beautiful than in the fiction. Or maybe the melancholy of the movie is there because we know, all Lao people know that the lake is being, how do you say, the China create or get money for creating, they call that specific economic zone. And the lake is a Chinese specific economic zone now, and they are building a road who will circle all the lake, all around. All the projects of Mr. Wang on the lake is becoming reality now.
Okay.
So the melancholy of the movie is there, I should say. And as every time I make a movie in Laos, very fast it's become some kind of archive in French. And the nostalgia is already there, maybe.
And you have used in the film some other archival material as well, yes? And maybe you could talk a bit about the archives you used there.
Generally, I could say the main difficulty when I make a movie in Laos is to obtain the authorization of shooting. It becomes with a script. I have to submit. And I can't hide that the subject of my movie is quite delicate. So I can't just submit a script and write, I want to talk about relationship with between Laos and China, and I want to talk about domination of China in Laos. That's so. It's the reason of the love story why I decided to write a romantic story, and Mr. Wang is a very he's not a bad guy. He's also very romantic and melancholic. It's some kind of way of thinking. And to me, melancholic is politic. And sadness is economic, something like that. Maybe there is the mafia, I don't know. We don't talk about that, but Mr. Wang and his collaborators, bodyguard also, are dressed like bad guys in Hong Kong movies, So the archive, our evocation of the war. And to me, the archive are images or pictures of the story of Laos, which is a country Laos is been occupied since the beginning of its existence. China has been always there for France occupied Laos for 80 years. Thailand also, in Japan was there during the Second World War. So it's normal. And the pictures from now, this kind of picture is filmed by drones. And it's very, we can see in every kind of production, but pictures filmed by plane immediately evoke the war, because it's filmed in a military plane. And maybe Occident used to see, in the imagination of Occident, the pictures of Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos are filmed by plane or by helicopter, always. And every time I am in a plane, during the takeoff or the landing, I remember the pictures of Vietnam, always. And also I have the sound of rock and roll with these pictures. It's a kind of a stereotype to me. And so that's why I don't explain too much in the dialogues or in the because because I don't have the possibility to do this way. So the archive.
And could you say a bit more why have you decided to shot on 16mm film?
Because it's like beginning history of cinema in Laos. Laos is like a virgin land of cinema. It's not like Vietnam or Cambodia. In Cambodia, the king had a huge passion for cinema, and he produced big movies in 35mm, and he played as an actor. Vietnam also is a big country of cinema and literature also. In Laos, there are not so much production. I know one movie shooted in the 80s, and it's a pure chef-d'œuvre in French, a masterpiece. And then cinema stopped. Then when the communists took the power, they stopped cinema production, and there was also propaganda production. And during the 2000 years, the year 2000, during this decade, there is some kind of reborn of cinema, but without any kind of school, without theater to show the movies, without producers, or very small production. And this reborn it's a reborn without memory of cinema, of the story of cinema. So completely digital. And to me, it was very important to shoot in film, because we have to begin, and we have to go to the essential of cinema, in Laos especially. In France, I can understand, and now we have beautiful cameras, and we can make beautiful pictures, and we have all the production system who can make this possible. But in Laos, if we forget the story of cinema, we cannot have the possibility of seeing the reborn of cinema becoming a reality. This is one reason, and also the second reason is, maybe it's the most important, is Laos is we can talk about the sensibility of this landscape. The earth, the dust, the atmosphere is very organic. Organic, I don't know, very, and to me, the film is more close to the skin of this land, to the dust. Yes. When the wind come and rise up, the dust fly on the air, and the atmosphere is completely, I can say, impressionist, something like that. And with the digital camera, the precision of the picture is some kind of a Trojan of the sensibility of Laos.
So I think we're running already out of time. So I just wanted to say thank you one more time for your beautiful film, and we really, really enjoyed it. And I think, you have created such a subtle but at the same powerful image of Laos and of the characters. So thank you so much, and good luck with your next project.
My pleasure and honor, yes, to be selected in your festival. And next year I will come.
We hope so. We hope so.
And to see movies. Okay.
Okay.
And my next movie will be shooted in Laos. Yes, in the jungle.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.